Good morning or afternoon. Actually, it's about to turn afternoon here. How's everyone doing? We're here for our next mindful momentum moment, and today's topic is about margin or white space. Do you have any? Is there any in your schedule? I laugh because usually when I ask people that question, the answer is no or not enough. So, what is white space or margin? It's just pockets of time throughout your day, throughout your week, where you intentionally don't schedule something. There's no appointment, there's no Zoom meeting, client call, work hours, household chores, nothing. It's just empty white space that is intentionally there, right? That's the key. Intentional. So you could put it on a physical calendar, or you could just allow it to be white. So if you were to look at, I should have pulled up my calendar. If you were to look at a Google Calendar, right, if you put appointments or events in there, they turn colors, and the space in between is white. That is your white space. Some productivity coaches or mentors talk about time blocking, and that works for some people where they map out, like, for these 3 hours, I'm here, and then I'm going to do this appointment, and it's on your calendar very rigidly. And if that works, amazing, keep doing it. If it doesn't, one likely reason it's not working is because we cram too much in. The events are back to back to back to back, and there's little or no white space. And the problem with that is it doesn't account for like real life stuff, right? And it doesn't account for the fact that we're human. We are not robots. We are not computers. We cannot just keep working without a pause or a break or to breathe. Not only do we need to rest and eat and, all those things that we need to take care of our human bodies, but we also can insert that white space or that margin so that we can pause to breathe, reflect, make intentional choices. When we don't do that, what's the result? Well, we are in reactive mode and we are just going. We respond to a notification on our phone, and then we open our email and we start replying to people and what they need there, and then the phone rings. And before you know it, if you're like me, then the children are walking through the door at the end of the school day. And it just feels like all you're doing is reacting this way and that way, and then trying to follow your calendar or your plan. And at the end of the day, you're like, what did I actually get done? I was so busy and I was so frantic or overwhelmed or rushing. But like, did I get anything done? Like, that I actually wanted to get done? Yes, I was busy, but was I productive? Was I successful? Am I creating results or, making progress toward my goals? And so inserting that margin or white space into your day or your week can be really supportive. It can allow you to check in with yourself. That's something that we do with our mindful momentum pages. Like, I keep mine open typically. I was just recording a workshop actually, so I closed it, but normally mine is open and I can see my top 3 when I look at the pages. So here's a blank page. But on the mindful momentum pages, it asks me, or I ask myself, what are my top 3? My top 3 priorities for the week. I make that intentional decision, and then I keep it right next to my computer so that as those things happen throughout my day and people are calling or email me or whatever it is, and I start reacting, by inserting a pause, like at the end of my morning, which is right now for me, it's just turned noon where I live. I'm about to go eat lunch. My stomach is growling, to be honest, and this is where I insert my pause. One, I actually pause to take a lunch break. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be an hour, but some amount of time to walk away, to nourish myself and rest and walk the dog, get outside. And then when I come back, part of my pause is looking at this open notebook, reconnecting with some of the things that are important to me, my top 3 priorities. And it allows me to then ask myself, like, have I allocated time to the top 3? Because it's really easy for the whole day to get away from us. We're doing things and we're not, I'm not suggesting that you aren't doing things, but are you allocating time and creating space for your top 3, for your highest priorities, which could include your health, your wellness, your relationships and your family and friends and all the things, right? We get to decide what those top 3 priorities are. And inserting the pause or the margin allows us to check in, reconnect with those things, so that my afternoon, if things did go off track, I'm able to make an intentional choice. Okay, maybe I haven't done these things yet today, but here's an opportunity to choose to do something differently, or to choose to make progress toward one of the things. So that's my little mindful momentum moment for you today. I was just recording a workshop that is going to be a new product that support people with intentional planning. Actually, I have it on my screen still. This is the workbook that's going to go with it. Plan with intention, not pressure. And it's going to be available for purchase soon once I get that set up, but also as part of a contribution in an upcoming bundle that I'm a part of. So you can snag it for free. Be on the lookout for the Holiday Abundance Bundle. It's coming in December. And if you're interested in my planning process, which is part of what we do in the Mindful Momentum box, I share it in that workshop. And it's what we do with clients and members every week in the Mindful Momentum box. Of course, they get additional support and additional coaching, but it's a great way to get started. So I'm also sharing it here with you now. Part of that framework is the pause, is creating the white space so that you can intentionally plan and intentionally execute the plan in a way that feels calm and peaceful. One of my clients likes to use the term peaceful productivity. That is what we are creating together, or mindful momentum. So we're creating momentum toward our goals in our business, in our life, but in a mindful, intentional way. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I challenge you, or invite you. I don't want it to sound like it's hard. It doesn't have to be hard. I invite you and encourage you to insert some white space into your schedule. Could it be midday? Or perhaps for me, another time I do it is at the end of my workday, which is when school is out. So before my children come home, I have started inserting a pause there, because I realize if I'm sitting here at my desk until the moment they walk in the door, it doesn't allow me a chance to reset and regroup and prepare my mind and my body, my energy for the next shift of my day. We could call it third shift. I don't know what shift it would be, but I'm stepping into the role of parent again. And so inserting a few moments to sit on the couch, lay down, do a guided meditation, read a little bit of my book, step outside, something that moves me away from my desk and allows me to be present and ready for the next phase of my day. So where can you insert that in your day or in your week? Maybe it's not every day. Maybe you start with Monday or Friday inserting a pause. I do that as well. Monday mornings and end of the day. Friday, I like to begin and end my week as well. If you have any questions, want support, you can comment here, DM me, email me at hello@RebekahLara.com. I'm here for you. I'm cheering you on. And I hope you're having a great week and that you will have a great weekend as well. I'll see you back here next week. Thanks, friends.